Today we're going to be using Neuro Smooth. It's my favorite flat iron. It's by Paul Mitchell. And it is titanium, yes. Before I was using that, I tried out that Remington Shine Therapy and I did not like that flat iron. I feel like I can put this at a way lower temperature. With this, I literally can, see, it's very fancy. I can put this flat iron on 370 to 380 and my hair gets bone straight. Today I'm gonna be doing 380. I like to switch my parts too. It's important to switch your parts up if you don't want to get that permanent part thing. When I don't switch my parts, the result of that is I have a permanent part and it's super annoying. Before I start flat ironing, I go in with this Tresemme heat protecting spray. And I only spray a little bit. It says, and I just hit the ends. That's the most important. I brush it through, and it doesn't wet your hair so much where it reverts. So I just brush it through, and I like this heat protecting because it's lightweight. It doesn't leave any kind of like residues on my hair. I use stuff like the directions say to use it. So it says to spray 6 to 8 inches away from mid-shaft to ends on both damp hair before you blow dry, which is what I do, and on dry hair before curling or flat ironing. So I use as directed. I spray a little bit on before I start flat ironing on each section. So usually I would use a boar bristle brush, but I used that brush on my daughter the other day and it has a little bit of product in it. And so my hair is clean and I don't want any of that product that's in the brush. And I didn't wash the brush, so I'm gonna be using this little comb. I normally don't do this comb chase method, but today that's what we're doing. And remember, my flat iron is on 380 degrees. And this flat iron gets my hair bone straight on 380. And I do go over it maybe like 1 to 2 times, and then I get the ends. See, it gets my hair really straight. And I think that plays a big role with how I was able to keep my curls healthy throughout this entire year of, like, all of 2024, I was wearing my hair silk press, so, and I've been using this flat iron. And it's a titanium, and people always say that titaniums damage your hair and all of that stuff, but that has not been my experience because I take the proper precautions before I use a titanium flat iron. And it takes practice. If you're new to using heat and if you've been wearing your hair curly for like years and years and you haven't touched a blow dryer or a flat iron for a long time, you're gonna be a little bit scared. If you know what you're doing and you practice before you start to mess around with your own hair, then your hair is not going to get damaged. Will your curls loosen? Absolutely. Your curls are going to loosen up a little bit at least. It's not going to be damaged, but it may loosen very slightly. I don't do my sections that little. As you can see, you see how thick this is? I don't really do like super small sections. I think anything from 360 to 380 is considered low heat. Now, when you get to the 400s, that's when it can start getting a little bit high. I don't think it's anything wrong with 400 degrees though, because some people do well with it. I just prefer to keep it at 380 degrees. And especially now that my hair is, I would consider my hair to be heat trained because it doesn't really revert much when I'm out in humid environments. It will have some reversion, but it won't be like to the point where I have an afro anymore. So I can work out and my hair will be fine. I'm doing big sections. I wouldn't consider this a silk press per se, because I think a silk press is when your hair is like silky straight. I don't really silk press my hair. I do more of a just regular press. I would consider this to be a soft press. Anywhere from 360 degrees to 380 degrees is what I would consider a soft press, because you can still see I have texture in my hair, although it is bone straight. My goal is never to have like super pin straight, silky hair. It's more so that I can comb through my hair, brush through my hair throughout the week. I can put heatless curls in my hair. That's really my goal, is for it to be completely detangled. I think silk presses, like when you put the heat up on 425 to 450. Y'all, I recently tried to do like the every 2-week wash day, and I did not like that, because I felt like I had to put dry shampoo on my hair every single day. Started getting gritty with all the dry shampoo, and it just felt disgusting. I would much rather just go through the process of washing my hair than to try to push it 2 weeks. I do not want to go back to the every 2-week life. It's just, I don't like it. And I feel like it dries your hair out too. I'm a person that has to wash weekly because my scalp gets oily, and I have to accept that. We finally made it to the last section. Pantene hydrating oil. I just put a little tiny amount. This stuff is very thick, so I put a little bit and then I just rub it on my ends. Oil I recently just bought, and I really like it. I wanted to get something a little more moisturizing. It says it absorbs weightlessly to help heal fragile strands by providing 89% less breakage. So it says you can use this on wet hair and you can use it on dry hair. And that's what I look for when I look for a hair oil or a serum. I will be using this. This is just something new that I incorporated into my routine, and I'll be using it throughout the week on my ends. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.